What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a special Wednesday edition of the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. He's the podcast dad. Choops, how we doing, buddy?
Before you even get started with all your plugs and all your happy times and all your forgetting what we have in the store and all that good stuff.
Beanies, but not hats.
Mark your calendar, sir. October 27th at 4:25 p.m.
Oh,
the Philadelphia Eagles
all right,
will be coming to that dump of a stadium.
Would you watch it with that?
To kick
I can say it.
the Cincinnati Bengals ass.
All right. It is in here.
Hopefully, it's week 8. Hopefully Joe Burrow's still upright.
He will be fine. All right.
The Eagles like to play the best and beat the best, but hopefully.
You could have done this 10 minutes sooner, like when we weren't on camera and we were just, BSing.
No, because
there was so much time there was plenty of time to bring it up.
Because here's the thing. Mr. Cincinnati, Mr.
You
Eric
had time
Robinson,
to tell me what you were pouring into your mug. Support
Mr. Eric Robinson, don't interrupt me. I love you.
I love you too.
Like a brother.
Same, I guess. I'm kidding.
That week, and that Sunday especially, I'm going to be the biggest asshole.
That's fine. You can right off. That's fine.
Don't let it ruin our friendship, because the Philadelphia fan will be out and proud, and it's going to be. Just wait. Go
yourself.
Hey. And if they lose, I won't be on the show Monday. So just a heads up.
That's the attitude that's the attitude that you're gonna take.
Yes.
Okay. So okay. All right. Well, I will be on. I'll be there on October 28th, regardless of whether you're there or not. Fine. They can get.
You know who we should have on the show.
I think I know where you're going with this, and I think that's a lovely idea. Yeah.
Hail the king.
Fine. That's fine.
Who I just sent a text message to and said he'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll
be at SummerSlam too.
October 27th. 4:25 p.m.
I like it.
What was the nice? I don't think we can say it on air. Paycor Stadium. I'll be nice.
Thank you. It'll be Paul Brown to me forever.
It's the crazy thing is, and when this is a wrestling show, we'll get into it in a second. Is I have never, since I have been alive, and that's going to be 30 years in September, I have never seen the Eagles beat the Bengals.
Okay. All right. I like that we're going into it with that mojo. Got it.
History is on your side.
Yeah.
But you know what they say? Streaks are meant to be broken.
Do we want to put a little friendly wager on this game? We can take some time to think about it. We got several months, but something, the friendliest.
Just get ready, buddy. You think I'm a dick now?
Yeah. How's your diet root beer?
It's really good, actually. How's your lime? Your lime water.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
So when you say you do water, you literally squirt lime juice in it.
Or lemon. Just kind of depends. Just a couple of splashes.
Why don't you just go buy a lime or a lemon?
I don't know. It's just easier to keep the bottle. A couple of splashes. It's,
You're a weird guy.
You're just not figuring that out?
No, I knew that. Hey, go buy our merch.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, we're about 5 minutes in. We probably should start doing the plugs. Thanks so much for checking this out tonight, everybody. Make sure you hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. If If you know one person that would enjoy this podcast, please share it with them. Help us to grow this community that we have going here. Make sure to follow at @mainevent_net as seen at the bottom of the screen on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as always, support our merch store. We have tank tops, we have t-shirts, we have hats. No, beanies, not hats. Damn it.
Yeah, you see what it did to my hair. This is not a Wrestling Junkies hat.
Alfalfa. That's what that reminds me of.
That's fine. Also, chats are open. Come join us if you want to play. And subscribe to the YouTube. Also, hit that bell so you can get notifications when we go live.
Yeah, seriously. 4 days a week, 3 days a week at 6:30. Wednesday nights at 8:30. Yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah. And a programming note.
No show tomorrow.
We will not be on tomorrow. Eric has a life, so he will be going to do that. I will be sitting at home watching King of the Hill.
Going to Nash Vegas and enjoying a little bachelor party action.
That's fair. That is fair.
Card
subject to change.
Yeah.
It happens.
So I admittedly did not watch all of NXT. I've seen some highlights. I read what happened. You know I had plans last night. Don't do that. Don't do it. You knew I had plans.
Yeah, I did not watch all of it either.
It was a fine show.
Yeah, it was fine. Nothing super major. Soul Ruca, I think they have found something in Soul Ruca. She is so good. That finisher is captivating. Yeah,
I feel like that's going to be that next big RKO, something you can do out of just about anything.
I'm interested to see if she ever kind of evolves it, because
in terms of
how long can you do that move?
It's a good point.
Just depending on if your career is winding down a little bit, can you still pull that off?
Yeah.
Is there, because we already saw something new last night with that move. How creative can you go with it? We'll see. It's time will tell, but
yeah,
I'll be interested to see that. But her mic work is very good. Her in-ring work is very good. They found another. I can't remember. Is she an NIL?
I believe so. Yes, I want to say volleyball.
Okay. Yeah. They found something. This NIL program is working.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see it too, because with a lot of these student athletes, as whatever they want to be called, who I know the famous word is going pro in something else, being that athletic and not being able to go pro in that sport where it's the tip top, having wrestling to fall back on and getting paid to actually go train, it's really smart by the WWE to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I fully grasped that when they announced their NIL program. I thought it was just, okay, WWE's getting into the NIL game like everybody else was. But this is actually, it's really, really smart, because they have found some really, Obafemi's one of them too, isn't he?
Yeah, Bama.
This is pretty smart.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. It's perfect because WWE has, at least especially since the opening of the Performance Center, it has been all about, okay, we want you to learn the WWE style of professional wrestling, how we do things for our product that may not necessarily be the same as AEW or what you're going to see on the indies. And sometimes there will be indie talents that are probably having to unlearn some things in order to adapt to that WWE style. But these NIL, candidates, athletes, we'll go with NIL athletes. They've already got the athletic background, so that endurance, cardio, strength training, all of that's already there. They're just kind of these lumps of clay that you can mold into what fits for what WWE wants to do. So it's insanely smart, because it cuts down on having to do the territorial affiliations, which I think is better for the indies as a whole, is because not everything is a feeder system or a learning how to do things for the sake of that WWE style, and they can kind of continue to just have that true independent heart and soul. That's just me.
Yeah, no, and I think it's obviously not all of them are going to work, just obviously all the independent wrestlers that come in are not going to work, but you can't really teach athleticism, right? Like,
no,
they have that background where they were playing college sports.
Yeah.
If you can pull any type of personality out of them, like it's going to do a lot for you. And I think so. Ruca, I can't remember I don't think was Trick one of those athletes too.
I don't think he was an NIL athlete. I think he came in after he had his time in Philly, but I don't think he was NIL.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Like, they're going more of that sports background, and I kind of like what they're doing because they found some stars out of that. Speaking of stars, Obafemi, that guy, dude, that guy's really, really good. Yeah. Like, he didn't do anything crazy last night, but just his presence alone just makes him stand out so much.
Yeah.
And he cut a good promo last night, and it was a logical promo, which, wow, what a novel concept to pull some logic into it. Like, why don't you three figure it out? I'm the champion. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
You three figure it out. And that Wesley Obafemi match, I think, is going to be that real David versus Goliath, and it's going to be very, very good.
Those skill sets are going to complement each other very, very nicely. It's hard not to enjoy anything that Oba is doing right now, and I still think NXT champion by the end of the year is not out of the realm of possibility.
No, not at all, because I think they're going to want to get Trick on the main roster before this year's out. I could see him doing something in the Rumble for sure, and maybe that be his kind of introduction to the main roster again. But like that time he came out on SmackDown and the crowd reacted, they had to know.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, and it was a Miami crowd too. So if you're going to get that in a major city, then that tells you about where you're going to get it everywhere else. So yeah, I definitely want to see. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at Dynamite over there.
Clue us all in.
No, there's not a whole lot. This is the Young Bucks taking on. No, this is Young Bucks taking on Christopher Daniels and looks like Matt Sydal, I think.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
For reasons?
No. Are there ever?
Are they just doing it to get a dominant win, I guess?
Probably.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, right.
That's fine. Okay.
We got a new Heritage Cup champion.
Yeah, we do.
Don of NXT, taking on Charlie Dempsey. I heard this on, I think it was Cultaholic this morning, and once again, we're bringing logic into pro wrestling. NXT ended last week with the family kidnapping Miles Bourne and why am I blanking on his name? Damon Count.
Yep.
If they are on paper not as good as Charlie Dempsey, knowing that you never know which one of them you were going to take on for the Heritage Cup, why would you take those two out of the equation and leave the toughest one?
I want Charlie Dempsey single run, please. I don't know. Like, this group, after the whole Gulak thing, like, this group just kind of feels dead. And that's fine. Like, let's move on. Like, Charlie Dempsey.
You just want to see William Regal back on TV.
I just want to see better booking for Charlie Dempsey. Like, he's really good.
He is.
He's really, really good.
I mean, he's got a lot of opportunity, even outside WWE, thanks to Josh Barnett,
Yep. Yeah, and it was, he had the mouthpiece with Drew Gulak, but that's done. And that's kind of what his whole career was so far. So if I don't know if he wants to go with his dad. If not, that's fine. Oh, look, did they pull Eddie Kingston?
Oh,
looks like it. I know he got hurt at New Japan.
That I didn't. Oh yeah, they did play that clip, but I didn't realize it was a legitimate injury.
Yeah, did you see that table spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said he messed up his knee pretty bad.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had no idea.
Interesting. Well, that stinks.
A little bit. I
wanted Eddie Kingston. Too. I wanted Eddie Kingston in that match. That fits him so well. That kind of match. Anyway, I want Charlie Dempsey to be something major. I think it's time. Like the Heritage Cup was fine, but that seems like lower mid card. How it is, he'd be great. And I think the North American title, race. I think NXT champion, maybe. I think he'd be a better. I think he'd be a better challenger than Noam Dar right now, but.
Yeah. So the question, if we're going to talk about kind of pecking order of championships in NXT, let's talk Heritage Cup here. Tony D'Angelo taking this is his first singles championship in NXT.
Trophy. It's a trophy.
It's a championship.
It's not. It's a trophy. It's actually a cup.
So, are you saying the team that hoists the Stanley Cup is not an NHL champion?
No, they're the Stanley Cup champions.
Okay, champion still.
Yeah.
So I'm calling it a championship.
It's the Heritage Cup championship. You gotta say the whole thing.
I'm not gonna do that.
You are.
But no. So here's what I just kind of want to talk about this a little bit. Are we gonna see an evolution in fighting styles as part of these matches? Because Tony D'Angelo is not necessarily somebody that has a very catch can British wrestling lineage the way that we've kind of seen with the legacy of the cup. Mm-hmm. Do you foresee an evolution in how the fight style of these rounds going forward?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really know what is he like brawling. Is that his style? I guess I don't really know. I'll be interested to see if they keep the. Oh shit! I'll be interested to see if they keep the kind of freebird rule that they've been doing. Like it kind of seems like when they do it with a group, there's kind of that freebird rule. I don't know if they did it too much with Noam Dar.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think so. And also, I didn't tell you this. My brother has designated himself the official fact checker for the Wrestling Junkies podcast. It will go in his Twitter bio because I believe his exact words, if I can find them.
You gonna make me leave the show?
Officially put in my application to be your podcast fact checker. I'm screaming at the iPad while Chris tries to figure out when Cody beats Solo.
Well, when did it happen?
It was the go home WrestleMania or go home Raw before WrestleMania this year or last year.
That's what I said.
Did you?
Go back and watch the tape.
Okay,
I'll go
back. I'll go back and watch
the tape because I said that.
All right. Basically, the point was he thought you took a little long.
I accept your application. We will hire you.
Approved.
That's your first job. Go back and check the tape and see if I said that.
Yeah, just be easy. His Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers sometimes, especially when directed at me. Right. So
that's fine. I got trap cards.
Thank you for that plug. Our interview with former MLW and Action World Champion Alex Kane will be releasing this Friday at 9 a.m. That was perfect.
That's why I'm here.
Is this another one of those slap happy Wednesdays?
It always is. This is what Wind Down Wednesday is.
Yeah.
Especially when there's not like a ton of wrestling news.
Do we want to talk about
I was gonna say if you want to.
Tiffy time. I think we need some more information on this, but Ringside News had a report that Tiffany Stratton posted and then quickly deleted a very racially aggressive video targeted at Jade Cargill. What in the actual man? It didn't. Now here's the thing. It might have been, and there really aren't a whole lot of news sites that are talking about it, and obviously people on Twitter are going to have their 2 cents about it.
Explode.
But it seems like it might have been a repost of something that somebody else has done. The version of the video that I was able to see, I couldn't really tell one way or the other, but
looked like it was on her Instagram story.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it was something that she reposted from somebody. I don't know how that shows up on Instagram. Either way, she made the conscious decision to put this on her story. That's a bad look.
Yeah, it was dumb.
I mean, yeah, it was stupid. Like there's no place for that in wrestling in 2024. And anybody that thinks like that that's watching this show right now, kindly turn us off, because it's just there's no place for that here. And it sucks because big fan of what Tiffany Stratton has done thus far in WWE, and it's like, you got to go and get all up.
Well,
for what?
I'm hoping it was just kind of a mistake of I saw this clip and let me repost it. She quickly took it down. I'm hoping that maybe she comes out with an apology or something. Yeah, there's no past history of her with that.
This is true. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Just playing devil's advocate. Maybe it was just this is funny, let me repost it, and then she got the backlash. It was like, oh, this is probably not the best thing to post. And look, there's no excuse for it. Like, think about it before you post it. I'm hoping it was just like an honest mistake of I thought this wouldn't be, I don't know, like watching the video. I watched the same one, like you sent me the article. I watched that same video. Yeah. It's like, you probably shouldn't have posted that.
Yeah,
like, that was really dumb.
And it's like, if you and at this point, just because I just went and checked Twitter real quick to see if there had been any apology tweet, and it doesn't look like there has in the 24 hours or so since the story kind of took off. It's like, that's waiting a little too long. It's not great
to see if WWE does anything.
Yeah,
like I think she's going to lose, but does this hurt her push in any way? Or do they try to kind of sweep it under the rug and go, this was a blip, and be on best behavior?
I mean, change. And Stephen A. Smith says, I know how you feel about Stephen A., but he says, change behavior is the best apology that somebody can offer. So we'll see how much contrition there is after this.
Don't do anything stupid like that again.
Yeah, exactly, and acknowledge the mistake. Take the time to learn and grow and figure out why you did it in the first place, and those are all steps in the right direction. But come on, can we just knock this shit off in 2024? I'm tired.
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak to it, unfortunately. Can't really speak to it. So just be kind. Don't be bullies. Like,
not that hard.
Like you said, it's 2024. Are we not over this yet? Like,
no.
Can we just get along, please, everybody? No. I will say that because I read a story earlier today. Just be nice to each other, please. Like, just be nice. Like, don't.
Facts.
It was a very sad story about a kid in Indiana. I think he was 10 years old. He got bullied at school, ended up taking his own life. Like, just, can you not? Like, can we just be nice to each other, please? Please.
Hard.
And especially the wrestling. Like, we say it all the time. Stop the tribalism. Just have fun with wrestling. Luke's hair looks fantastic, by the way. But
I just can only be so lucky to have hair like that.
Well, I do. That's the best part. Minus the alfalfa. I'm not even going to show
I like how you cover it.
But no, like, just be nice. Be respectful. Be cool. We're all in this together. We're all different. Get over it. That's what makes it fun.
Facts.
Man, let me get off my soapbox. Anything else? Gallus is back.
Okay.
Hey, they helped the Rock train.
Okay.
Okay. What else we got? Noam Dar was attacked.
I did see that.
Don't care.
This feud just doesn't have the believability that Noam Dar is going to be the next NXT champion.
Well, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know what the story is. We did the whole envelope thing. Did you see what was in the envelope?
I'm going to save that one for a fact check.
Okay, I saw it on Twitter. It was a picture of Trick when he beat Noam Dar.
Okay.
And Noam Dar's foot was under the rope.
That's it?
That's it. Yep. That's why they're feuding. That was the whole secret thing that Lash is doing and all that.
So you're saying that the same thing that a production guy in the truck can pull up.
Yep.
Was printed, put in an envelope.
Yep.
Math ain't mathing.
I don't like this storyline for Trick. Just, again, I've thrown it out there once. I don't like the storyline for Trick. Here we go. The learning tree is here.
Oh, God.
Yes. And we're still doing squash matches with Hook in
Gross.
2024. I can't wait till he gets to NXT.
How do we know that's the option? Or how do we know that's the next destination for him?
Well, I mean, if they keep, just doing squash matches with him, doesn't he want to do a little bit more?
Does he?
I hope so. Well, I think we had a guest that said, "What if you get into wrestling not to be the top person? Then why are you in wrestling?"
Yeah, definitely check out our interview with the good witch Kai McKenna on our archives. There you go.
So that answers your question.
That's fair. That's
the
fair.
learning tree. There he is. Point. Oh, look! God. Look at what's his name now? Big Bill.
Okay. Yeah, I'm switching to MSNBC.
How dare you?
I just did. So what?
How dare you? Anything else you want to talk about, buddy? You got a big weekend ahead of you.
I got a big weekend ahead of me, and I made some oatmeal cookies last night that I'm just getting they're calling me, man.
Oatmeal cookies?
Yeah, and instead of raisins, I put in dried cherries.
Are you 80? Oatmeal cookies with cherries?
Yeah, they're delicious, man.
Jeez.
What?
God.
What is the actual? What's the problem?
Oatmeal raisin cookies.
Yeah, and they're delicious.
Come on. How many did you make? Jesus. You taking those with you?
No, I'm not taking them with me. They're gonna be lucky if they make it through the rest of the night.
There's a lot of cookies in there. Please don't eat all those.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to. It upsets my tum-tum.
Okay.
Oh, so Simon Miller can say it, but I can't.
No, Simon Miller is scarier than you. I'll give him an up, though. I give your oatmeal cherry cookies a
No, I don't even. Oh.
Might even give you the golden down.
What?
I just oatmeal raisin, like
oatmeal cherry,
whatever. Oatmeal cookies, oatmeal cookies are mid.
Okay, all right. What
check that.
What kind are you making? Hey, all right. Okay.
Huh?
What kind are you making then?
I'm not making any.
If you were, I'm just saying, if they're not oatmeal, then what kind are you making?
I had an Eggo for dinner. I'm a dad. I don't have time to bake, buddy. There's 2 toddlers running around my house. I don't have time to bake. I'm sorry.
I think that's gonna do it for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, as always, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. If you know just one person, please share this podcast with them. Be nice to each other, even though he just read me to filth over my cookie choices, but neither here nor there. No show tomorrow. We will be back on Monday as we gear up for King and Queen of the Ring, as well as Double or Nothing. Should be a fun week. Interview with Alex Kane dropping this Friday. What's that?
October 27th.
Yes, Bengals versus Eagles.
Kick the oatmeal raisin out of you.
Okay. For the podcast dad, Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We'll talk to you guys on Monday.